Pakistani Army Chief Air Marshal Asim Munir, during his recent visit to the United States, reiterated Pakistan's stance on Kashmir by calling the region the country's jugular vein. He emphasized that Kashmir is not an internal matter of India but remains an unresolved international issue, echoing the historical perspective attributed to Pakistan's founding leader, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Munir made these remarks while addressing the Pakistani diaspora in Tampa, Florida, marking his second visit to the U.S. within 1.5 months. He highlighted that these visits symbolize a new dimension in Pakistan-U.S. relations aimed at fostering constructive, sustainable, and positive engagement between the two countries. Asim Munir made a highly provocative nuclear threat against India during a closed-door event in Tampa, Florida, marking the first known instance of a Pakistani nuclear threat issued from U.S. soil. He declared that if Pakistan faced an existential threat, it would take half the world down with us, underscoring Pakistan's readiness to use its nuclear arsenal aggressively in a conflict with India. Munir's rhetoric extended to threatening destruction of any Indian infrastructure built on the Indus River water channels with missiles, following India's decision to suspend the Indus Waters Treaty, warning that such acts could risk starvation for 250 million people in Pakistan. He said, "We will wait for India to build a dam, and when it does so, we will destroy it with 10 missiles, emphasizing that Pakistan has no shortage of missiles to carry out this threat. The Defense Acquisition Council, DAC, led by Rajnath Singh, has recently approved a major 30,000 Indian rupees crore contract to procure 87 medium-altitude long-endurance, MALE, drones for the Indian Armed Forces, marking a pivotal step in unlocking and scaling the indigenous UAV manufacturing ecosystem in India, reported Manu Pubby of ET News. Crucially, the contract will be split between the two lowest bidders in a 64-36 ratio, ensuring that two separate manufacturing lines are established. This approach provides flexibility for ramping up production swiftly as well as supports future export potential. The Indian Air Force, IAF, is urgently pushing for a government-to-government agreement with France to acquire additional Rafale fighter jets as part of the long-delayed multi-role fighter aircraft, MRFA, program. This program envisions the procurement of 114 fighter jets, most of which will be manufactured domestically under the Make in India initiative through foreign collaboration. The IAF aims to submit the MRFA case for the initial acceptance of necessity, AON, to the Defense Acquisition Council, DAC, within the next 1 to 2 months, marking a crucial step to move forward with the procurement. The primary driver for this accelerated push is the depletion of IAF's fighter squadron strength. Currently, the IAF operates 31 squadrons, but this number is set to decline to 29 following the imminent retirement of MiG-21 aircraft, which is well below the authorized strength of 42.5 squadrons deemed necessary to counter threats from China and Pakistan. The Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, Nashik division has been officially cleared for the manufacture of the indigenous light combat aircraft, LCA, Tejas Mk-1A, marking it as the third production hub for the aircraft alongside 2 production lines in Bengaluru. This development represents a significant milestone in decentralizing India's aircraft production and expanding its strategic aerospace capabilities. The Directorate General of Aeronautical Quality Assurance, DGACA, accorded flight clearance to the Nashik unit, with the flight clearance document handed over to HAL Nashik's executive director. During the May 2025 military confrontation between India and Pakistan, codenamed Operation Sindoor, India achieved a remarkable feat that has rewritten the rules of modern air warfare and established new benchmarks in surface-to-air missile capabilities. In what has been confirmed as the longest-range surface-to-air missile kill in recorded military history, India's S-400 Triumph air defense system successfully destroyed a Pakistan Air Force AWACS aircraft at an unprecedented range of 314 kilometers, surpassing Russia's previous world record and demonstrating the lethal effectiveness of advanced air defense technology in combat conditions. The historic engagement occurred as part of India's broader retaliatory campaign following the devastating Pahalgam terrorist attack on April 22, 2025, which claimed 26 civilian lives after militants segregated victims based on their religion. The attack, attributed to the Resistance Front, TRF, an offshoot of the Pakistan-backed Lashkar-e-Taiba, prompted India to launch Operation Sindoor on May 7, 2025, targeting 9 terrorist camps across Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. When Pakistan responded with coordinated drone and missile strikes targeting over a dozen Indian military installations across northern and western India, including Srinagar, Jammu, Pathankot, Amritsar, Ludhiana, Bathinda, and Bhuj, India's integrated air defense systems, spearheaded by the S-400, demonstrated their overwhelming superiority.